Let's compare the Note Air 2 and the Note Air 2 Plus. I've just double checked they're both on the exact same firmware. We should notice the experience being pretty much the same. You might sometimes notice the layout is slightly different, but that will be because I have a different setting on each device. For instance, I've disabled notifications on this one. The three differences are there's a larger battery on this one, 3700 milliamp hours, plays 3000. I would say that I have never found this one to run out on me in any scenario, and you're still going to get at least a full week, which is my criteria of how long a battery should last on these. If you can just charge these at the weekend, you're laughing, and use them every day at work. However, I'm going to take this one on holiday with me, and I'm expecting on that 3-week holiday, I'm expecting to use it every day as a reader and some light note taking, and I'm expecting not to have to charge it on that whole holiday. This one has magnets across the back for the magnetic case, and this one doesn't. And the Note Air 2, you use a clip-in case. You can of course use the clip-in case on the Note Air 2 Plus if you prefer, because there is one advantage of that, the kind of tent mode. They both have the stronger magnets for the pens. I must say I really like the standard Note Air 2 case. It's a really nice material. But that being said, Note Air 2 Plus case is really good as well, and that magnetic snap-in is really very good. Lastly, this one is green and this one is blue. This is a much more brash design. This blue is a bit too in your face for me, and this I think has a lovely professional look about it. Orange and green I think just suits me that bit better. So based on this, should you update from the Note Air 2 to the Note Air 2 Plus? Probably not. If you're happy with the Note Air 2, there isn't enough of a difference to go for the Note Air 2 Plus. But if you're currently looking to decide which one of these two to buy, I would go with the Note Air 2 Plus. Are there any more difference? Well, the only difference I can really think of off the top of my head, and this is why I wanted to do this, to look at this side by side, is that you don't have to. So the actual difference that I was going to say was that you don't have to do the Google Play certification on this device, but now it seems like the entire Boox family of devices in the latest update you don't actually have to do. You still do have to in the older ones. Do the enable Google Play business down here and do the GSF ID. You did have to do that. That option was here on the old Note Air 2, but now they've obviously gotten around to putting the exact same software on the Note Air 2 Plus. It is now the exact same user experience. Good on you, well done. Pleased with that. So there is now no difference between these two devices. One good thing about the Boox platform is if you want to work with several devices, then it is updating in real time on that one account. So clearly I have been writing in exactly the same notebook on the two devices, and now I've got all the information here. I really like the new layout. As you see, they've got text underneath each of the options. Because there are so many options on Boox devices, it's very tricky to know exactly which one you're looking at any time. So for me, if you're deciding between the two, go with the Plus right now. People have been discussing the difference in weight, but honestly, that extra little bit of battery and extra magnets hasn't made a noticeable change in the weight at all. In fact, I'd be prepared to say probably the case is that extra few grams as well of the old one. The other thing I wanted to say briefly about the Note Air 2 and the whole Boox platform actually is that now the voice to text and the handwriting recognition has got a lot better. Although it's still not perfect, well, it's still not perfect on Google either. Handwriting recognition in the Notes app is pretty unusable, but honestly I'm getting along really well with it when you use it like that in the keyboard. It makes me really want to write on these devices. So well done Boox, the latest update to the software and the Note Air 2 Plus is really excellent. I was right in fact in my last video that there were some software differences, but that's because, as it explains on that update page, the updates do sometimes take a little bit of time to roll out across all of the different devices, so just be patient. They are supporting the Note Air 2 series in exactly the same way. These are some of my favourite devices right now.
Bye.